Welcome to the Twitch dating game. In a time where many of us are isolated inside or social distancing, love is still possible. Join us as we embrace our love for Twitch and try to connect people from all over the world. Perhaps your next match is behind the virtual curtain. Thanks for tuning in.
Welcome, everyone, to the premiere episode of the Twitch Dating Game. I'm your host, Amani Experience. Good to see everyone here. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in our co-host for tonight, dating coach and host of the Dates and Mates podcast, also a good friend of mine. So I'm going to bring Damona Hoffman to the virtual stage. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Welcome to the first Twitch dating game episode. We're so excited. This has been fun to plan, and here we are.
I'm so excited. You know, we go way back. So this is fun that we're kind of using our skills in a different way tonight.
This is it. This is fun. Yes. Maybe give the viewers a little background on who you are and kind of what your specialties are, because you have many talents. So I'd love to share that with the viewers.
I do. I won't share all my talents tonight, but I am a dating and relationship coach. I host the Dates and Mates with Damona Hoffman podcast. And I also dabble in dating advice on a lot of different shows, the Drew Barrymore Show and Access Live. And I also have a column in the LA Times and write for the Washington Post on dating and relationships. So I keep it busy.
Yes, you are absolutely, a gem, very skilled. So we're lucky to have you this evening. My first question is, you refer to this past Sunday as Super Sunday. Tell us why that's it.
Yeah. Yes. Dating Sunday. It was the Super Bowl of dating. Yeah, exactly. Yes. You got it. It's the biggest online dating day of the year. It's when all these people flood dating apps. I'm sure some of your viewers right now were there on the dating app saying, I want to do things differently this year. Maybe you did a little vision board and you had a New Year's resolution to meet someone. Maybe your mom or your grandma was like, how come you never bring anyone nice home for the holidays? And so all of these folks are on dating apps the first Sunday of the new year, trying to start fresh. And so there were literally millions of messages going down. OkCupid, that's a dating app that I work with. And they said that they're expecting 25 million new matches to be made in the month of January alone, as everybody is rushing up to Valentine's Day.
How has dating evolved or changed since quarantine and people being part of like isolation?
Whew. That's how much time do you have? I've seen a lot of fluctuations, Amani. It has, I'll say, okay, before COVID, BC, that was, the speed of dating was insane. It was swipe, go right to the date. Maybe you would chat a little bit, but people were not taking time to get to know one another before they actually met up face to face. And then what were we getting? A lot of disappointed people, a lot of broken hearts, a lot of unmet needs and unrequited love. And people were real frustrated with dating, and especially with dating apps, which we can talk later about the dating apps as the tool, but I don't think dating apps are the problem. Dating apps are just the tool. It's the way that you use the tool really that matters. But then as we moved into COVID, dating apps were the only thing that you could do. And so everybody was trying to talk to me about, how do I do this virtually? Like, I'm not going to stop dating. And remember, we thought it was going to be like 2 weeks, maybe 6 weeks. We'll just do this for a little bit of time. And instead, of course, it dragged on and dragged on. So then people got fatigued and they said, well, now I want to move to social distance dating. I feel comfortable enough where I live to actually meet. And that was what I was advising people on through early fall. But guess what? COVID surge, weather turned cold. Those outdoor dates aren't so cute anymore. So people are back to the virtual dates.
Which apps do you feel are, I don't want to say the best, but what apps do you really love and think work the best for people who are trying to find a mate?
Everyone loves asking this question of me. I will Full disclosure, I do work with a number of the apps. So currently I work with OkCupid as their media spokesperson. I have worked with Match.com in the past. Also, Match owns like all of the apps. They own OkCupid, Plenty of Fish.
Oh, I didn't know
They
that.
own Hinge. Yeah, Match is like the juggernaut. That's the
Oh.
parent company. So I've worked with a lot of these different apps. I've had the CEO of Hinge and eHarmony on my, and Coffee Meets Bagel, all
Yeah.
on my podcast in the past. And what I can tell you is that it's really more, there's no perfect app. It's more about the way that you use it and being on an app that you actually enjoy using, that you see matches that you like, you're getting feedback, positive feedback from. And you kind of have to go through it with a couple of different apps to figure out what's going to work best for you and best for, the location where you're at and the stage that you're at the time.
Interesting. So for the viewers out there, if you have a question for Damona, she is here for us for another, 52 minutes. So put the questions in the chat. What is the proper way to use a dating app?
Very slowly. No, but in all seriousness, the speed of dating really had been too fast. And this is something actually that OkCupid predicted would change in 2021 as they saw it changing last year, that people were embracing slow dating, really getting to know someone before you move offline. And I think that's really just to be safe. That's kind of predicament that we're in right now. So the best way to use the app is to be really proactive. I just talked about this on Dates and Mates. The apps want you to be active. They reward people who are sending messages, they reward people who are swiping, and they boost you in the algorithm. And that's the most important thing to remember, is that you're dealing with a tool. It's an algorithm. It's a piece of technology that is just connecting you to, and it's just the technology, just like, we're connecting here on Twitch, but it's still us connecting. It's just the tool, right?
Right.
So people put too much emphasis on the dating app. The goal is to move offline. So whether that's I'm still a fan of the phone call. I'm sure a lot of your viewers right now are going to put like vomiting emoji into the chat. Don't do it, y'all. But there's something really romantic and old-fashioned about the phone call, like scheduling it like it's a date, and then moving to the virtual date, because we don't have a lot of runway. There's not that far to go.
Yes.
There's basically like, we chat, then maybe we text, and then maybe we have a phone call, or maybe we go right to virtual dating, and then we're on. We have to figure out how we're actually going to meet safely in the current climate.
Since you brought up meeting safely, what's your perspective on safe dates once the surge is over? I want to ask you about that. And then what if, say, here I am in LA and I meet someone in Chicago? What's your perspective on like long distance dating during quarantine?
Ooh, yes. I love talking about long distance dating. I just wanted to shout out, okay, I'm not crazy. Lainey and C. Cruz do like the phone calls. So thank you. Thank you for they are on board with the phone call game. But when you're dating someone long distance, it's actually kind of the same situation. Like, everyone's dating long distance right now.
Yeah, basically.
So you have to pace it in the same way and really make a plan for moving offline and into the real world. Like, that's just the tool, or the Zoom is just the tool, but you have to meet. That's like all of these stories we hear about, like, believe me, I love watching Catfish as much as the next girl, but all those stories that we see on that show, all of the stories of like the little old lady who got all of her money taken from someone on a dating app, they never met, Amani. They never actually met. It's not a relationship if you have never looked into each other's eyes or touched or had any direct in-person communication. That's not a relationship, really. Like, as deep as you might feel like you know someone, the longer it takes to actually see if it's real and be together in real time, the more expectations you have, and the more you build up this image of the person in your mind that may or may not actually exist.
Okay. So, and then speak also, because someone might have been catfished themselves, me a little bit, but that's a tough road to hoe. What about
Ooh,
long distance?
wait, now I want to hear that story.
We can set up for the next episode.
It's funny, like I was never catfished, and occasionally I'll have clients get catfish, but generally there are some red flags that you can look out for. But wait, that wasn't even your question, because I got all caught up in catfish.
You want to hear the catfish story?
What
No,
was the
so
question again?
the question was long distance. Say, someone's in Seattle, they meet someone in Texas, or someone's in Detroit, they meet someone in Miami. In times that we're in now with all this social distancing, how are you supposed to meet in person to see if it's really real?
You got to do it. You have to make a plan. There has to be the plan for it, at least. Like, okay, in 6 weeks, one of us is going to get on a plane and wear a hazmat suit. I actually have a health expert coming on Dates and Mates on Monday, and he's going to tell everybody about COVID safe dating. But I mean, if we did it by his rules, we would never meet. He was like, you need to quarantine for 5 to 7 days, and then take a COVID test, and then
Right.
quarantine for 5 to 7 additional days, and then take a second COVID test, and make sure it's the PCR test and not the rapid test. I was like, forget it. We're doomed. We're either just going to like throw caution to the wind and just say it's going to be fine and just meet up, or we're, I don't know, maybe we're just all going to get COVID. Maybe that's how all this resolves.
Oh, let's hope we all stay safe. When you think about all the
know.
people that you've helped with your dating, what is maybe one or two of your favorite success stories?
Gosh, it is such a gift to be able to help people find love, because really the way I look at it, the person that you bond your life to, whether it's, whether you're interested in marriage or just partnership, it's one of the most important decisions that you'll ever make. So I had one person pretty early in my career who was focused. She had been cheated on by her ex. Like, when I say cheated on, I mean, they had an apartment in New York. She was like, I'm going to be bi-coastal. She called her house in New York, and this is like back when I guess people had answering machines or voicemails or whatever. Like, and this lady's voice was on her house voicemail.
Oh,
This other lady, yeah, she just moved in and was like,
oh,
I live here now. So you can see how she had a bit of a broken heart and a little, mistrust that she had to work through, but she really wanted to get married and she really wanted to have a baby. And the timeline for her was definitely ticking on that. And she ended up meeting somebody on an app. I think it was on Match.
okay.
And he lived in another country. He lived in Canada.
Okay.
And they met after a few weeks, and it was like a whirlwind romance. And 6 months later, they were engaged. 6 months after that, they were married. And by the next year, they had a beautiful son together.
Nice
I love
story.
that one.
Okay.
I love that one. And they're still
All right.
together.
All right. Yes. So it worked out.
Yeah, it did work out. So that's one of them. But honestly, I also get a lot of joy and a lot of value out of seeing people just achieve their dating goal. Like, not everyone comes to me wanting to get married and have a baby. Sometimes people are like, I just want to be more confident in dating, or I just want, like, I had somebody write into Dates and Mates that said they had never been kissed before, and they were like in their mid-20s and they just wanted to kiss someone. And when I can get someone from just a point of not dating at all, or being in a really negative mindset. I have a client that just wrote me the other day, and she said she's kind of casually dating someone. I don't know if it's going to work out, but she said, you know what I realized in my time working with you, I've become so much more positive about myself and about men, because we get angry, we get bitter sometimes, we say some things we don't really mean.
You think?
And it takes some conscious effort to unpack those feelings and to reframe them. And you cannot date from a place of negativity. It's not going to work. So you have to be willing to reframe that, and you have to put in the effort if those feelings are really deeply entrenched in hurt and pain.
How were you able to get the person who had never been kissed in their mid-20s to get their first kiss?
I haven't yet. I don't know. It was a new recent question.
Okay.
But honestly, the best way to do it is to start with a dating app. I just think dating apps create so much more opportunity. We have a really short memory.
Yeah.
So let me tell you how it used to be. I know you know this, but let me just tell your viewers. Maybe you can chime in. Actually, why don't you tell me what it used to be like if you wanted to get a date, before dating apps were so hot?
Maybe meet someone out at the club or bar through work or through family, which was the worst because they try to hook you up with any old body. Or maybe if you're going to school, someone who you had a class with. Those are maybe the top 4 ways that I can remember. What am I missing?
And no, I mean, that's definitely the top ways. But then you had to get the confidence to actually approach them and say, hey, can I get your number? Or like your IG. And it took a lot of courage and it took a lot of effort. And now it is so easy, which does mean that we have to deal with a huge range of reasons for being there, and you have to kind of sort through that. But just having that opportunity, I mean, that's what I discovered when I started dating online. Instead of waiting for somebody to approach me up at the bar or the club and maybe getting a date a month if I was lucky, I was like going on dates 2-3 times a week. And suddenly I had opportunity where it didn't exist before. So we like to complain that it's overwhelming and now we have so many choices and no one wants to commit, which is absolutely not true. And I have the receipts to prove it. But the flip side of that is that you have choices. You have more opportunity than you ever had before. I'd like to just take a moment of gratitude for that, because
Right.
I do not want to go back to doing it the old way.
This is true. What about, you spoke about people who have kind of a negative mindset about dating. Maybe viewers in the audience who have been hurt and so they're scared to get back out there. What advice do you give them to kind of get back out there and try again?
Well, my first advice is to listen to this week's episode of Dates and Mates. It's what it's all about. It's about breakups, how to heal, how to end it in a way that really has a container, whether you can get actual closure from that person or not, because you might not ever have closure. But we actually give a system of how you can. My guest is a guy named Mark Groves, who has an awesome Instagram platform about breakups. And eventually you get to the place when you do your self-work where you start to think maybe it could be possible. And that's the moment where you have to take action. When you start to see that glimmer of hope and possibility, that's when you need to get moving and get into action, because we can get stuck in our heads. We can tell ourselves a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories rattling around in there. Not all of them are true.
The overanalysis, the rabbit holes. What about books? So we like to read. Any books that you really love to recommend to people who are looking to maybe improve their dating lives? And include your book as well if you want.
Oh, no, I won't. I'm working on a book proposal. Another one. I actually recommended to the women in my coaching group this fall that they read Attached by Dr. Amir Levine. I've studied with him a little bit on attachment styles, but that is really helpful in understanding like what you bring in from your family of origin, what your patterns are in the way that you seek attachment or resist attachment. And that's a really good one for like, you have to know what your stuff is. You have to know what your triggers are and what you're bringing to the table before you can even really engage with another person and build something. So that's a great one. I also have been reading a lot of Brene Brown. What her writing on shame and vulnerability Chef's kiss. It's golden because there's so much shame around singlehood, around dating, around like what people expect to be your life path. And that's what I've been really trying to embrace for a lot of my clients, especially in the last couple years, is that there is no blueprint. There is no roadmap that's perfect. Like I got the husband and the 2 kids and the dog and the picket fence, and that's the life that I wanted, and it's great. That might not be what you want. You might have a different perspective of what partnership looks like. You might want to be in a poly relationship. You might be pansexual and be open to someone being a different gender than you've dated before. That's fine. And that's another place where we have to have gratitude that we have far more options than we ever had before.
Well said. Well said. Before we get to our guest male contestant who's going to interview the 3 ladies, I want to know from you, what are some of your favorite, most creative first dates that you've witnessed or heard about from your clients?
In COVID or?
Well, we'll say pre-COVID, BC, and then AC after COVID.
Oh, this is a good question. Creative first dates. I always I don't know of any grand first dates. Actually, when I hear about those, I get really nervous because I'm like, what is that person trying to prove? Like I had a client that after, I think she had been on 2 dates with this guy, and she's like, he wants to take me to this fancy hotel and we'll have a weekend there and then we'll go on a helicopter ride. And I was like, girl, this ain't The Bachelorette. What are you trying to prove? Are you trying to get to know this guy, or are you trying to be impressed with all of the stuff that he has? Okay, that's not what you asked me for. You asked me for positive, fun dates. Actually, let me just tell you about a date. There's a couple dates my husband and I have had recently.
All right. Talk to us.
So it is in COVID, but we did a gondola ride through, I'm in LA, so I know a lot of folks watching this are like, we can't do that now. Y'all can go ice skating. Ice skating or sledding. But we went on a gondola ride, and down in Long Beach, there's these gondolas that go through the canals, and I've been to Venice, you kind of feel like you're in Venice. And for COVID, it felt totally safe. You're in your little boat, and it was just really sweet and romantic to kind of change the venue. And then another COVID date we did just last night, he signed us up for a murder mystery theater experience. Oh. And I think in COVID, a lot of people are forgetting that you can still be creative. Like a lot of dates have ended up in the virtual world, just being like a Zoom, like, hey, how you doing? Like, how boring is that? How many of you are so bored of being on Zoom meetings, right? For work. Yeah. And it's just like another one. So make it fun for yourself. Like I say, do sip and paint night or play 20 questions, gamify it for yourself. And this one was really fun because we were able to feel like we were kind of out and about with other people, but we kind of got broken up into teams and we had to work together. So I got to see a sense of his problem solving skills and he could see mine. And, you can learn something about someone from doing an activity and not making it just ho-hum.
Yes, same you can. All right. Let's meet our contestant here. So we're going to bring William Lifestyle to the virtual stage. So let me make sure you're ready to go. So hold on. Oh, you got to mute your mic there. So, well, he's not there yet. Where you at, William? So we'll wait for him to come back. Hold on.
All right. Let's meet.
Okay, so I'll wait for him. Oh, here he comes right now. Remember, if you have questions for Damona, put them in the chat so we can answer them as we go. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Here you are. So I think we got to turn off where it's playing so we don't get an echo. Oh, perfect. William Lifestyle, welcome to the Twitch dating game. I'm going to change a little bit.
Oh my gosh.
You got your wine
there.
Well,
he's got his rosé going already.
You ready?
I don't know what I'm walking into. I don't know what I'm walking into, so I gotta be okay.
We don't know either.
You don't know. You never know. You never know. You open the door to the restaurant, you wait for to get seated at that table, and there it is.
Oh man.
Tell us tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do? Where did you grow up? Give us a little background real quick, like, because people want to see the ladies too.
Okay.
Hear from the ladies.
Quick background. I'm Black and Japanese, originally from Oakland, California. I've been fortunate enough to travel the world for schooling. Went to school in Europe and Japan. Came down to Southern California for college. Graduated from business school at Cal State Northridge. Currently, I'm an investor in On the Hilltop, which is a coffee chain started out here in Southern California. Also, the co-founder of #Lunchbag, which we're an organization. We have over 180 chapters around the world, which the main initiative is providing food, outlets, and help to those that are in need. And I DJ. I DJ and tour the world as a touring DJ. And
I mean, you can stop there if you want, but
that's my
keep
first
going.
breath. That's my first breath.
Look at that Renaissance man.
Damona, please feel free to ask him
Wow.
any follow-up questions. Damona, feel free to ask him because I see you leaning in because I can see your little antennas going up. So
I
go
know,
ahead.
right? I'm like, ooh.
Wait a minute. Where you been? Okay, all right. Yes, let's get to know you a little bit better. Wait, did he say his age? How old are you?
Ooh, now you all in my business, girl. We just met.
You can share your
41.
age.
41.
Dang, what kind of
This is
moisturizer
41.
Yes. Ask that question again. Ask that question again.
So if you check me out in the mornings on BRL, which is a channel that my really good dear friend Neil Jackson runs, that's where I share some of my skin facial regimens.
Okay, all right. I will have to pick that up. Okay, this is a really important thing, though. Really, really important.
Yes.
What are your relationship goals right now? People are scared to ask this. They're scared to put it out there on their profile, but this is really important. You have to be in alignment.
That's an interesting question because, like, currently at this very moment, am I looking for a long-term relationship? I never have been. I've never been someone that has sought out a long-term relationship because I feel you start off on somewhat of a misguided path. You come up with your own like narratives and your own little blueprint, which honestly, it doesn't work with everybody. So for me to answer that question generally, if I were to come across someone who sparked my interest, we had similar interests, but definitely not the same because I don't want to date myself. A woman that has, she has her, her career in line. She eventually wants to have children, is independent, but knows that this is a partnership that potentially can manifest from whatever we're doing. Someone I could just like hang out with and don't always have to be on with, not just the talent aspect of, what I have as a career, but someone that I can really just be myself with when there is no lights, when there is no, like arena or anything like that. So, yeah.
Anything to follow up with, Damona? He answered the question.
Yeah, a delightfully well-rounded and open-ended answer. Another thing. I don't know how deep you want me to go because I want him to ask the questions of the ladies, but
True.
I am also curious, like from a
Be curious.
A values and interests basis. I don't know how you stack that up in your mind, but what is the ideal woman for you? What does she bring to the table, and how does she enhance your life?
Family values are a key. Like I come from a pretty big family, and unfortunately, from my family's past, I've seen like a lot of, divorces. So the ideal of marriage for me had been skewed as like in my youth. It wasn't such a like a prominent thing to like shoot towards. But as I've gotten older and, I've had my own personal experiences outside of family stuff, I'm not opposed to becoming married. But at the end of the day, is it a goal? Like, yeah, that'd be amazing, to get married. But more importantly, I think my main objective is to actually just find a partner that, supports what I do, is willing to, be invested in building a team with one another and building a family.
I'm going to stop you.
Okay. Uh-oh, here we go. Now
tell me about her, though. You just told me about what she could do for you. Tell me about her. What does she bring to the table?
She brings support. She brings family values. She brings her independence. She brings ideas on how we can actually be better and grow, not just be a lateral move just because we start dating, but something that, maybe she can help me obtain something I never thought I can accomplish, or hopefully I could do that with her as well. For her, I would hope that she would challenge me, not allow me to get away with like bullshit that I was doing when I was younger, and accountability. I love working. I love anything that I'm into, like I really dive into, but I do get to a point where if I get bored with something, I can easily compartmentalize it. And that's, for my upbringing as an only child and as a military kid, for me, 2 years was like a parameter. After 2 years, I wasn't like moving down the street from me. I was moving to a different country. So my compartmentalization skills are off the charts. And I would really love to have someone that knows that upfront and keeps me, in tune, keeps me in check, keeps me accountable for things that we said we were going to do or things that we anticipate building together. Got it.
Okay, now I have to ask you, what's your sign?
I'm a Libra, girl.
Oh, okay. All
so
right.
Keep thinking on the model. We're going to now, William, we're going to bring the three ladies in. The ladies will keep their cameras off. We're going to start questions. So you have your first question ready for each of the three ladies?
Ooh.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to bring them into the stream. I'm going to bring it to the stream.
Take another sip.
Come on, Damona, help me out.
Drink.
So the first question we'll let you ask, and we'll say LDPS. That's who's going to answer first. Then we'll have contestant one, and then the mysterious contestant. So William, go first. And ladies, if you have trouble with the sound, don't stress. I will help you out.
Okay, this question is for you, LDPS.
Okay.
We're going out on our first date.
Mm-hmm.
You only have $50. I only have $50. What are we going to do, and how is it going to be memorable?
I mean, shouldn't we have talked about that before? Like,
no, these are spur of the moment questions. I don't know, LDPS. This you're just supposed to answer if you're thrown in this scenario.
It sounds like bad planning.
Wow.
Is that the final answer, or
that's my second to final answer. First of all,
here we go. I felt like a snap go backwards on that.
Well, you did mention accountability a few times in your pre-interview to this, and I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to babysit anyone. So did you ask me out on the date, or did I? It's our first date. Did you ask me, or did I ask you?
You asked me out.
I asked you out?
Yes.
And we only have $50 each.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I like this. On a first date, I think they can be super nerve-wracking. So I want to do something that I can get out of if I don't like you. So what I would like to do is just grab a picnic, go to a park, and then keep my phone by me. But I'm going to bring my dog. And if I'm not into you, then I'm going to be like, oh my God, something's wrong with my dog. I got to go.
So you're really stuck on the poor planning, because what if I'm allergic to dogs? You didn't even ask me that.
She's hypoallergenic and we're outside.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Okay.
I am a planner.
Okay. So thank you. We'll put you back on mute, LDPS. Thank you for the answer. Contestant number one, you have to come off mute. I think your microphone's muted, and then we'll ask you to answer. So go ahead, contestant one, you can answer.
I'm taking copious notes over here, by the way. So I hope you are too, William.
Oh, wow.
So contestant number one, go ahead and answer.
Can you kind of ask it again? I just need a little bit of runway to work off of.
I'm almost scared to ask it again based off of LDPS. The
I'll be
question
gentle, I
was,
promise.
sounds good. The question was, if we're going on a first date and we both only have $50, what are we going to do and how is it going to be memorable?
Okay. My first thought is ramen because it's like 50 cents. So we could just get a bunch of ramen and make like a magical treat. Like maybe we add something we already have, like truffle oil or something, to kind of make it like the high low of it, the fancy and the cheap. And then whatever we each like to drink, I think would probably still fit in there. And I guess we would watch Bridgerton because that's really great foreplay.
Oh, okay. I like this.
All
You
right.
said first date, right?
First date, yes.
Hey,
So
this is me and them now. You had your time. You two had your time.
we'll let the mysterious contestant also answer. I'm gonna put contestant 1 on mute, and then mysterious contestant, make sure you take your mic off mute. And William, you can answer the question, or if William needs to ask the question again, let us know.
Mysterious, are you there?
And if make sure your mic's on or not, we can test it out. Talk to us, or we'll see. Let's see here.
Mysterious.
Yeah.
She's taking that name really to the extreme.
We'll get it to work.
Hello.
Go ahead. Yes, we hear you there. So William, why don't you ask the question again really quickly for mysterious MC? I'm gonna call you MC.
MC,
ahead,
are you
William.
there? Mysterious,
Yes.
are you there?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so my question, that's to everybody, is we're going on our first date. We both only have $50 each. What are we going to do to make it memorable and enjoyable for the first date?
Oh, that's quite a question you ask.
I expect quite an answer.
I bet you do. So if this was not COVID time, I would expect someone who has that purpose and ambition to plan something out. But given that we only have $50, I would definitely expect our date to be an experience that has some finer dining involved, and then maybe later have a little bit of game night because I am a competitive person, and maybe you might let me win, and maybe we'll have to carry on for another date.
Oh, and mysterious is mysterious.
Yes,
I like
love
that.
it. So what,
Intriguing.
mysterious? Stay there, William. Now, Damona, you look like you're itching to say something though. Is it?
I'm just like, where are you going for finer dining on $50? Red Lobster or what?
It's 100. Technically, we each have 50, so we have 100.
Maybe maybe they have a coupon. They have a coupon for the fine dining
There's
restaurant.
specials out there, Damona. Don't judge now.
Okay.
All right. So
I do love those cheddar biscuits. Those are delicious.
So MC, stay right there. William, I want you to ask your second question, and then we'll go back kind of around the horn to MC, then contestant 1, then LDPS. So what's your second question?
Okay, LDPS.
No. So now MC is going to answer this one because we're going to
okay.
kind of horn.
Okay, the second question. If you were to teach a master class, what subject would you focus on?
Oh.
Wow. Way to put me on the spot.
Hey, I'm up here and I don't even know who I'm talking to.
Just relax. We good. That's a great question. I'm about to borrow that one.
You're welcome.
You need to know what you know.
Well, if I'm going to master a subject, it would be geography. And I would only say that because I have a love for traveling myself, and I've traveled all across the country myself, and I have a love for learning about different cultures and different ethnicities. And so that would be my class that I would master and teach.
I like that. Good.
All right. Well, thank
Very
you, MC.
good.
I'll put you back on mute. Contestant number 1. You come off mute or I'll meet you there. What's your master class that you would teach?
I would teach women how to let go and find what makes them special. So it kind of is a branding thing, but it's also like helping them brand themselves as artists and as people, but also letting them experience more freedom in their life, which includes their love life as well as their work and their art.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. LDPS, come on off mute there, or I'll take you off. Hold on. I'll take you off right here. Go ahead.
This should be good.
I would teach a master class on accountability. Just kidding. Totally.
Where's my shots fired now?
Bam, 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 bam.
No, I'm just kidding. No, but that could be a second class. No, I would teach a master class on cooking because I'm a good cook. I'm a great cook.
Okay. Do you want to follow? Well, no. Well, that's good. So I want to follow up, but I'm not interviewing. So what's your next? Go ahead, Wade. Your third one, LDPS, stay on because we're going to go back around in a loop. So keep going.
You actually segued into the third question because I love cooking. I love eating. What would you make if you had to curate a meal for us for our second date? What would that be?
You're asking me.
Yes, you are the person receiving the questions.
No, I thought that we had like done the
LDPS. No, you're up next, so no worries.
What would I cook? Oh God, it depends on what's in season and what's local. So I'd go from there. So it would really depend. But last week I made a delicious herb crusted salmon with delicata, squash, radicchio, olive oil, fried walnut salad.
Oh boy!
Okay.
Wow.
You have to take me a delicata squash.
But you got to take the master class in accountability first, and then I'll cook for you.
Wow. Okay, Coach.
Thank you. Okay, back to contestant number one. What's the meal you're cooking or curating? And I'm gonna take you off mute here. Hold on. Oh, let's see here. Go ahead.
It's cacio e pepe with fresh shaved black truffle, and the pasta we decide together what actual type of pasta.
I love a good pasta.
I'm getting hungry up in here.
I know, right? Man.
Okay.
That should have been the last question.
It's okay. It's a good one. Food. We love it about food. MC, I'm gonna take you off mute, MC. You have to unmute yourself, MC. So once you unmute, I'll see you there. Go ahead and answer William's question, and then stay here with us.
Okay, sounds good. So if I were to prepare a dish for you, it would be sushi with tempura, and then I would make an assortment of sauces to do a taste test.
Wow.
I took a sushi making class a while back.
Now you heard he's half Japanese, right? So
I did.
you're on the level. Is that going to work out for you?
Absolutely.
Yo.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, I love this.
I know you do. Question. Keep going. Next question. After you take a sip of your wine, your rosé. Oh. Next one.
Okay, this one's simple. We're eating. I really love wines. Wines are one of my favorite alcohols to have to be part of a meal and just part of a social setting. What type of wine would we consume on our date?
Oh my goodness, that is such a hard question. I love wine so much too. Man, that's a hard one. It's hard to pick.
But is it though?
Give us a
I mean, there's so many different varieties. You mean, but outside of white and red and rosé and Pinot Noir and all of that and sparkling, man. But if I had to pick one, I would say Moscato.
Oh, repeat that for us.
Wait, say that again.
Moscato.
Moscato. So we kind of jump into dessert sessions when we drink together, huh?
Perhaps.
Say no more.
So, MC, you put yourself back on mute there. And contestant number one, the same wine question. What's your answer?
Barolo.
Barolo. Okay. What makes you choose that?
Red.
Yeah, I know.
There's a different one I wanted to choose, so I kind of had three in mind. The other one is from like Montepulciano or something, and the third one I couldn't find. I was trying to find a picture of it, but it was really good. I can't remember what it was.
Well, I'm a huge rosé fan, but I love a good Vermentino.
Y'all are speaking like French to me. I need to step my wine game up. Oh my God.
Actually, Italian.
I just like a good Riesling here. I'm just basic. I like a good Riesling.
What do you feel about Cava and Prosecco?
She asked a question to you, which go
Wait,
ahead.
say again. Cabo
How do you feel-
Prosecco? I'm not really into sparklings, but if assuming that's going to be our morning alcohol consumption, I'd go with the Prosecco with either a splash of orange juice or either pineapple juice.
There you go. Okay. We'll put you back on mute. Contestant 1, LDPS. What's the hold on. Okay. We got fire truck. LDPS.
Mhm.
It'll be funny if we heard that same siren.
Because it's getting so hot.
Yes, what a
Bringing it
towel.
spicy.
Go ahead. Wine question for you, LDPS.
Well, I am actually 11 and a half years clean and sober. So I do not drink.
Congratulations to you on that. I
Thank
commend
you.
you on that.
Thank
Good
you.
stuff.
All
Okay,
right.
with that being said,
Mhm.
we went out on a date and I happened to be drinking wine. Is that a turnoff? Because let's assume that we ended up kissing, you would still get a portion of the taste of the alcohol. Would that be a problem or would that not be a problem?
No. I don't specify my dating to only clean and sober people. I'm outnumbered. And clean and sober people have their own like bucket of issues sometimes that I don't really want to dive into. And I'm outnumbered, and I'm a party goer and sometimes a co-party thrower, and it's been my life since I was a teenager. So like I'm outnumbered, it's my shit, not anyone else's shit. But if you get all like messy and wasted or like show up hungover, I went out on a date and this guy showed up hungover, and I was like, nah, my guy, nah. Like we're like your eyes are all bloodshot and like I can smell you. And like he knew I was clean sober and he was like, oh my God, like super respected and that's dope. But I don't want to say, I don't know if flexible is the right word, but it's my
Not
shit.
pertaining to this question, but yes, that's definitely an answer for something later.
Mhm.
Oh, well then
No,
I'll let you
just
I'll let
wait,
you
just
segue
wait.
to
Well
your
then fill it.
No.
your next question. Stay on there, LDPS. What's your next question?
No, my next question, simple, very simple, but could be a complex answer. Two-part question. Do you have kids?
Mhm.
Second part of the question, if you don't have kids, are you into having kids?
I do not have kids, and I am unapologetically not a kid person, and no, I am not having kids.
Gotcha.
So I got to pause real quickly. Thank you, Quasi Mandisco, for the raid. We just got raided. So raiders, welcome to the Twitch dating show. Damona, a raid is when someone brings whomever is in their stream or room to our room. So someone has brought their party to our party and they're joining us. That's what a raid is. So welcome, raiders. Refresh your screen. We will put LDPS on mute now, and contestant 1 can answer the same question. And I'm going to take you off mute really quickly. Go ahead.
First of all, my baby Yoda arrived today, so I have the child, but I don't have any children. Second of all, I definitely want children, and it's an important part of my future, along with my art and other aspirations.
Beautifully said. Beautifully said.
Okay, and then mysterious contestant MC, you can take us off mute and answer that question also.
I do not have children either, although I have many students that I work with that would call me mom of some sort, even though I can't claim them on my taxes in the near future. However, when it comes to having my own children, I am actually undecided at this point. To the male contestant's point, I have had a fair share of family examples, and I want to make sure that the person that I choose to have children with is in a have the same values and standards when I decide to have children.
So Damona's snapping.
Preach, girl.
Okay.
I like it. It's good.
Stay here,
So
MC.
important.
What's your next question, William Lifestyle? You're doing well at this. Keep going. I love these
Okay.
questions. Shout out to the PRL crew who helped you with the questions this morning. Shout out Neil Jackson and Jenna and crew. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm a man about keeping up, his personal hygiene. Now we're going into the bathroom. When you shower and when you clean your face, do you or do you not use a washcloth?
Oh.
This is a practice question.
Oh my gosh.
That depends on what you define as a face cloth. I do, because I feel that having a facial routine is very important, especially for this pretty face that you have not yet to see.
Anticipating it though.
I bet you are. So to answer your question, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, good. Whew. I'm sweating up here. Okay, good. Thank you, MC. So I'm trying to think how would I answer these questions. Okay, contestant number 2. Let me take you. Contestant number 1. Excuse me. Let me take you off and answer the washcloth question.
I have a double cleansing routine, which I very much enjoy, and there is a towel involved in that.
Perfection. Give me some of the routine. Give me 2 highlights of the routine.
Well, it's actually it's just like it's an oil cleanser to kind of like get rid of makeup and sunblock or whatever. Then it's a jelly cleanser that's like more deep cleaning but gentle.
Ooh, I like this.
And then it's a toner, but a moisturizing toner, which is really hard to find. And then after that, the tone preps for the moisturizing. So then there's the moisturizing. So, but with the double cleanse, you actually dry off the face after each wash. So for like the oil cleanser, you wash and dry off the face, and then you wash it all over again with this deeper cleanser. Anyways, yeah.
Incredible.
Okay.
I'm all about the personal hygiene. I'm all about that.
We see. So next we'll get LDPS.
I'm back.
Yes.
Oh, do I use a washcloth to wash my face? No, it traps bacteria.
What?
My sister's an esthetician. She's been an esthetician for almost 20 years. Don't put that shit on your face every day.
Whoa. You act like you only have one washcloth. It's a different washcloth per day.
Every
per
day.
thing.
I don't have time for that shit.
Wow.
I wash my face, I tone it, I put my eye cream on, I put my retinol creams and shit on, or like whatever it is that day. And my sunscreen, always sunscreen. And then that's it.
So you do all of that, and you just think just the normal water is just going to clear your face every day miraculously? That's insane.
What the fuck do you think water does? You wash your face with it. You put cleanser in your hand and you wash it, and that's what it does. That's washing your face.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
This energy. This is electric.
Yo.
My sister's been doing this for 100 years, and that's
You know
what she
what?
tells me to do. So that's what I do. Right? She's a pro.
Good for her and that degree, and for that being the only way for one to clean their faces.
I mean,
Stick to that.
it works for you, and it clearly does. But to my knowledge, it traps bacteria, so I stray.
Okay.
So
So hand washing techniques.
we'll pause
Okay.
here.
Correct.
Thank you. So hold on for a minute. So LDPS, we're going to put you on mute really quickly. So Damona, we're at your 4-minute warning. It's 5. We have 5:26 p.m. Pacific time.
Going to turn back into a pumpkin shortly.
So we'll let you any last minute comments or advice for our contestants or William, and we'll continue on with the interview as well, William. But
Well, this is just fabulous. I think these are very. You asked some good questions, and I would just really encourage you to think about the values that this person has, and what your ultimate goals are, and how this person fits into your world, enhances your world, and how you can enhance theirs. So I'm curious to see who you end up choosing.
all right.
I'm curious my damn self.
So let's see here. We'll let you do a couple more rounds of questions because you have more, right, William?
I mean, I can have more.
Okay, we'll do 2 more rounds. So we'll start with LDP.
Wait, can I ask a question? Let me ask a question. You have no clarity right now. You have questions because this is what we do. This is what we do in dating, Amani. Like we're like looking for reasons to say no to someone, and sometimes we go so far down the rabbit hole that we're like, I just had this with a client who she was like, she told me she wanted to meet this guy, and then she was like, no, I don't want to meet him. I looked at his Instagram and I went, 22 posts deep and found some reason not to date him. So how deep are we going to go? You have no idea which way you're leaning right now.
I have a 2 out of 3. There's 2 out of 3 that I'm leaning toward.
We'll let you ask one more question. Then we're going to pause. We're going to pause.
Actually,
yeah.
Wait, hold on. I would like for my last question to come from the expert herself.
Oh, okay. So you got 2 minutes, Damona. What's the question you would ask each of the ladies?
Well, I would say the best way to tell how someone would behave in the future is how they've behaved in the past. So I'm curious to know if they have any dating horror stories to share that they are hoping not to repeat.
Okay, so I'm going to go to contestant number 1 first because she's always been in the middle.
And how they behaved, of course, how they handled that situation.
So contestant number 1, please share your dating horror story and how you behaved.
Boy. I guess I'll just give you a soft one. There was
sounds like there's others.
Okay. There was a date where I was hanging out with my friends and I was like, I gotta go to this date. And they're like, okay. So they walked me over and like were there with me while I met this stranger. And he shook my hand and he looked me in the eye with the scariest freaking look in his eyes. And I was like, wow, like literal crazy eyes. And so then I watched my friends like go off and have a good time without me. And I'm like, I should have gone with them. And so I had a drink with him. And the whole time I was like, okay, not more than 1 drink. And he just kept looking at me with these scary eyes. And basically he worked as like a bird watcher or something. So I think he was very isolated. And yeah, so at the very end of it, I said goodbye and I got out of there. But those eyes were hauntingly scary.
How did you get into the scenario where the bird watcher was your date? Like, was that app driven or was that a friend of a friend?
I think it was OkCupid years ago.
Okay.
Years ago. OkCupid.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. We'll put you on mute again. Contestant 1, LDPS. We want to hear your dating horror story and how you behave.
So let me clarify or get clarification. This is a dating horror story where I behaved badly or the other guy, the guy behaved badly?
I guess either.
Oh my God. There's so many. No, just kidding. There's not.
I was like, yo, mute her. Mute her. She's good.
Well, I would have to say, let's see, not even recent. So long story short, I reconnected with someone from childhood. We met up after 1 million years. We had like all these things in common. You know, we were sending each other pictures. He looked real cute. I was like, damn, like he grew up, he's fine. And we meet up and I like kind of low-key got catfish. Like, oh boy was like dad bod. He answered the door in flip-flops. Like I am stunting. Like I'm looking good. Like my abs are like popping. I'm like, I haven't eaten in 2 days because I'm trying to like stunt. Like my hair is all good. Like my skin, you know, talk about like skin routine. And I was like, homie, just open the door like in a dry fit shirt and flip-flops and workout shorts. And like, just this, it was not good. It was not good. So of course, like, you know, I didn't want to be an asshole. And I was like, we can have this, you know, date this time. And I was just like really trying to force it and like convince myself that this was good. I'll leave the not safe for work stuff off of the chat, but we'll just say it was very disappointing. And it was over rather quickly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was not as interesting as he had led on to be.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for
You're
sharing.
efficient. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. So we're gonna put you back on mute. MC had a quick little internet hiccup, so we're gonna wait for her to come back before we get her answer. She's working on getting internet right up now. Before you go, Damona, any final questions for William while we wait for MC to hop back on?
Wait, are these questions coming from the contestants or is this coming from Damona?
Well, we're just kind of, we're trying to fill the space because we want to get MC back on, but we just Damona's on a roll, so we want to maximize the time we have with her.
I like the old school like dating game questions, like I love a good fruit salad. If I was a fruit salad, what would be in me? Like let's get funky. Let's spice it up a little bit.
You are funny. Wow, this is where all the emojis start going crazy.
Yeah.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. What flavor am I?
That's why you have clients.
So real quick, while you think about your answer to that, William, Damona, tell the people the best way to find you and the best way to reach you, and tell them how often do you have your Dates and Mates podcast and where we can find it.
How subtle I am. What did you say?
You're not subtle at all. That's why we love you.
No, I heard you. No, I do all kinds of foolishness like this on the Dates and Mates podcast, but it's really about giving dating and relationship advice with heart and with humor, and it's my goal to help people look at dating from a more positive light and have fun with it. So that's every Tuesday. We just moved to Tuesdays, and it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. And you can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Damona Hoffman.
All right. Well,
you gotta follow here.
Yes. So stay as long as you can. What we'll do is we're trying to.
My kids are gonna run in here, like literally. My kids are gonna run in here.
That happens all the time.
Pulling my hair. And LDPS is going to be like, see, that's why I told you I didn't want kids.
Right. Exactly.
Yes. So let's see here. So what we'll do is we're going to give MC a minute to get on. So I'm going to play a fun clip, part one of a fun clip from a show we used to all watch. We're going to help MC get back online, and then we're going to continue the questions and come up to a solution. So the podcast is called the Dates and Mates Podcast. You can find it on Apple. Mates.
Yep.
Dates and Mates.
Yep.
Apple everywhere.
Yep.
She's been featured. Funny story is I met Damona. We were at the Podcast Movement Conference in Philadelphia over 2 years ago, and she had a breakout, and I went to the breakout and talked to her, and we got to talking, and just been good friends ever since. She was on my podcast too. She spilled all the beans, so that's how we met. All right, so we're gonna play this quick clip while we're waiting for MC to get back on. So hang tight here. We're gonna get to here really quickly. All right.
Welcome back to the dating game. I'm your obligatory host. Now let's meet our new bachelorette. Please welcome Miss Wanda Wayne. Holy crap!
Hey, what up? How y'all doing? Nikita, I told you I was gonna be on TV, girl.
So, Wanda, tell us about yourself.
Oh, okay then, for real though. First of all, I won Miss High Pro Glow 3 years in a row. Then I won Miss Swap Meet for 2 years, and then I was like a second runner-up in Miss Compton, but it was some political stuff going on. Something about some hair weave spray had came up missing, but I got my own natural blonde hair. I don't need nobody to spray.
That's very nice, Wanda. Very nice indeed. Now let's meet our bachelors. Bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, and bachelor number 3.
Wanda, number 3 is my lucky number. I hope it's yours too, girl, because I believe we could have a lot of fun together.
Ain't nobody asked you nothing. You sound like you bourgeois anyway.
Ooh, I can see my breath in here. Well, Wanda, if you're ready, go ahead, take a seat.
Anyway,
First question, Wanda.
all right. Hey, word up. Bachelor number 1. Okay, this is the security. I got a piece of popcorn stuck in the back of my teeth. How would you get it out?
Well, Wanda, I probably wouldn't even get it out. What I'd do is I'd probably put some butter on my tongue and just work it on in there with the rest of that popcorn.
Hey. You're just trying to get nasty over there, ain't you? But that, you know, you need to do something else, like take me out to eat or something like that, so you can get in my stuff. And, okay.
Wanda?
Yes?
I don't know about the popcorn, but this lipstick is really bothering me.
You all right for a white man? Okay, bachelor number 2, same question, only instead of popcorn, it's a piece of pig feet in my back mold. How would you get it out?
Well, Wanda, I'd just add a little hot sauce to set your mouth on fire.
Hey,
And then I'd put my lips around yours.
word up.
And I would suck until your forehead caved the hell in.
I like his answer. Can I go get him now? I ain't had my forehead caved in a long time. Not since that LL Cool J concert.
Let's move on to number 3, Wanda.
Okay, now bachelor number 3. It's our first date and we in our apartment and stuff. And I got on some sexy lingerie and stuff. And so you can, it's real like revealing and stuff. You can see like the centrifugalness of my body. Now, how would you turn me on?
Well, Wanda, I'd probably take you in my arms as I whispered some poetry in your ear in Old Latin, while we gazed at some sculptures or paintings or maybe watch some public television. That's how I turn you on.
The only thing gonna get turned on is the light so you can see how to get your ass out of my apartment. Anyway, bachelor number 1. Bachelor number 1, now this is your question. Now, if I had a tattoo of the United States all over my body, which area of the country would you go visit?
I'm going to Europe.
Bachelor number 1, what's wrong with you? You can't got your tongue?
Well, good looking. I'd probably start at the mouth of the Mississippi River and ride it all the way down to the Gulf of Mexico, girl.
Okay, now bachelor number 2, what part of the country would you hang out in?
Well, Wanda, first I would go to the peak of the Rocky Mountains. Then I'd loosen up that sun belt.
Go on with your bad self.
Then I'd make a run for the border.
Hey, give me a chicken tequila.
So that was great. So what we're gonna do?
Oh my gosh!
I can't stop. We're gonna bring MC back on. We're gonna have her answer your final question. Then we're gonna take you all off. We're gonna play part 2 of that. We're gonna have the poll that you asked for. We're gonna have that poll go up as well. And then we're going to come back. So MC, I'm going to bring you back. So MC, you have to unmute yourself. Your final question, it was, we wanted to hear from you, MC, what's like the worst dating story you have and how you behaved. So once you get back and you can unmute yourself and tell us the story, and we will go from there. Go ahead.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for waiting for me.
Of course, no worries.
First world problems on the internet. You know, the internet has one job, and today it just failed.
It's okay.
Anyway, back to the story. So my date was at an open mic night quite some time ago, and I got to the date, and I realized that he had brought his parents and didn't tell me that they were going to be there.
Oh,
And that was a little of hey, this is awkward moment there. And so as I'm walking up to him and he introduces his parents to me, yeah, in my mind I was getting ready to run. However, I was a good sport throughout that date. You know, the mic night was pretty fun because I like music. I like listening to DJs play the music and little trash talk here and there. So that moment was pretty nice, you know, and I went home, let them know I made it home next day. But shortly after, I just kind of let them know up front, hey, look, I wasn't okay with that. This isn't going to work out. You could have told me.
Wow.
But I didn't really, at the time, the event was an over 21 event, and I'm assuming he was under 21. So it was just like, hey, you could have told me they were coming. You know, no need to lie about that. You know, we're all adults here. You know, we're getting to know each other. So I felt that I handled it in the best way, but we just weren't on that, you know, compatible enough. And, you know, sometimes that happens, and that's okay.
Okay. Wow. That I don't think there's any follow-up questions to that. So we appreciate your honesty, MC. We're going to take you backstage a minute while we kind of handle some things. We'll bring you back in a little bit. So I'm going to take you here. You mute. There you go. All right. So, William, what we're going to do now is, first of all, how are you feeling? First of all, let us know how you feel. How are you feeling?
I mean, I feel good. This has been fun. It's entertaining. You know, I hope all the viewers are enjoying themselves. You know, granted, this is number 1. It's only going to get better from here on out. And this is just interesting to see people's perspectives and their views on the questions and how they either answer with just a deliverable or they hit you with a projection.
Okay.
So this has been interesting seeing that on both parameters.
What was maybe 1 or 2 takeaways that you heard from Damona? Because Damona was on fire that you were like, wow, or damn. Like, what do you remember so far?
Yeah, Damona's she's a big personality. I like Damona. I wish she was still here. She was incredible. I wish. What happened to her?
She had a commitment, her family. She said, I can give you an hour, Amani. And I said, look, we'll take an hour. And she had family and we're going to stick to that. So, yeah.
One key thing from her, it's just something that's like, it's relevant across the board, is the being able to like free yourself of these narratives that we create for ourselves based off of previous relationships, based off of things that we've experienced from outside entities instead of our own experience. So to let go of that and to like kind of like calm your mind of that internal narrative, that was a good takeaway, because that's something that, you know, myself and I'm sure there's tons of people in the chat that, you know, are dealing with that personally. It's that narrative, that self-narrative is more detrimental than any outside entity could potentially ever become. You know, I talk so much crazy shit to myself and talk myself out of stuff way more than anyone does in real life. So to master that and to like to calm that voice is a key thing that, you know, I'm constantly working on and will continue to work on. Let's see. The other key takeaway. I mean, she was just dropping gems.
She was. That's fine. I mean, you know, think about that.
She was just dropping gems.
She was. So what we'll do now, is they have the poll up about who you should pick. So answer the poll right there. We're talking about who he should pick. So let's see here. There you go. Okay, so they're going to give you their advice. I'm going to take you off for a minute so that you can think about it. I'm going to bring you back in a quick minute. We're going to watch the second half of that clip. I'm going to answer some questions.
How long do I have?
You know, like 5 minutes. That work?
Oh, okay, cool. I'll be right back.
Okay, 5 minutes. All right, cool. We'll bring you. So, okay. All right, so let me go through some things real quickly. DJ Rob D, thank you for the follow. DJ Neil 6, thank you for the follow. Flossie, thank you for those bits. Jess Sybil, thank you for the follow. Quasi Mandisco, thank you again for the raid. Also, thank you for doing the intro voiceover and the outro voiceover. Thank you very much. Disco X Junkie, thank you for the follow. Neil Jackson, thank you for the follow. DJ Sam EOT, thank you for the follow. So awesome there. Yeah, someone mentioned if we're looking for more candidates, obviously this is a lot of fun. We had fun. I think the mods you can whisper me if you want to be a candidate. You can also hit !dating and fill out that application. Maybe another poll. Should we come back next week with this? We're thinking about every 2 weeks, but if we get enough interest, we might be able to do it weekly for a couple a month as well. So let us know what you think. Thank you all very much for coming. I'm going to play this next clip, part 2 of that in living color. We'll have some more conversation. Then we'll do the reveal, and we'll see what happens. So, okay, hold on for a minute. Put this clip up. Quarantine dating game. I hear you, NYC dope. Okay, where's part 2? Okay, part 2.
That's what I'm saying. Okay,
Well, time's up, Wanda. That's the funny sound. Okay, now you have a big decision to make. Will it be Bachelor number 1, Bachelor number 2, or Bachelor number 3?
okay, shoot, I can only pick one, huh?
Make a decision, Wanda.
Okay, I choose number 2.
Okay! What a lucky guy. Now let's meet the bachelors you didn't pick. Wanda, Bachelor number 1, Derek Clinton.
What's up, man? Hey, what's up?
Now say hello to Bachelor number 3, Steve Big Bun.
Oh, hey. You are... Wait a minute.
Now let's meet the bachelor you did pick. Here's Bachelor number 2, Lucky Paul Nelson.
What's wrong with you? I'm the catch of the day.
Somebody need to throw your ugly ass back.
What you say? I know you're not tripping.
No,
I know he is not tripping.
No, he said there's no way I'm turning back.
Oh, okay, then it ain't.
Hey, man, is there something in the rule book that says forget about the whole thing if we're not compatible? Because,
No,
come
I
on,
got
man.
the rule book right here. The rule book says, chapter 7, part 4, section 8, it says, I got you, and I'm ready to go. That's what it says.
Look, I'm not the one you wanted, I'm sure, because
No.
number 1 was...
You are the
that
one
boy.
I wanted. You the one talking about you was gonna suck the pig feet out my mouth. You're the pig feet right
He's got the big feet.
here. And you said you was gonna use hot sauce and stuff. I got the hot sauce.
You got it. Wow.
What's wrong with you?
Oh, there go my heart again. My heart. There go my heart again. Yeah, I got this heart condition. It always gets me, so I know I got to
Don't
get
worry
up.
about it. I got you covered.
Well, Wanda, if you can get this man drunk enough, you two are going to be spending a wonderful, beautiful week in sunny Hawaii.
Oh, good, because I get to wear my new string bikini that I had. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I get to wear my new string bikini.
Head between your legs. Head between your legs.
Oh, you all right? Because, see, I'm just going to be the beauty on the beach.
Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, you so crazy. You ain't no beast.
You two are like you're married already or something. Another happy couple, ladies and gentlemen. Curtis, Susie, come on out here and join us, will you?
Oh, God, no. I'm going to rock your...
Well, it's time to give our dating game goodbye kiss, kids.
So I can't stop laughing. That was amazing. All right. I don't know how I'm going to be able to find another clip like that for the second show. So, wow. All right. In the poll, MC is the winner. All right. Closely followed behind by contestant number 1 and then LDPS. So we're going to wait for William to come on back. We'll do the grand reveal. We're going to do that. Also, make sure you stay to the end, because as William is a DJ, he's going to hop over and start to DJ. We're going to raid him so we can see him DJ as well. Oops, I said it again. Another $1 for the tip jar. But yes. Okay. So let me see here. Let me know in the chat kind of what you think about the show. What was your favorite part about the show? Let's let's see in the chat what you all think. And yes, thank you, Lainey. Thank you for that. Also, I do have to thank my mods for holding it down. Songbird, Lainey, Just Jen, Holly, London, and would I forget? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Lisa the X. Lisa the X. Yes, yes. All right. So William, where you at? Come back, William. I told him 5 minutes, so he'll be back here. Also, let's look here. Thank you for those bits. Thank you, Miss JUK. It's late where you are. So Miss JUK, if it's 8 hours ahead. So right now where you are, it's like 1:52, almost 2 in the morning, right? Awesome. Thank you, Diva929. Thank you, Ma Williams, for the follow. Thank you, Miss BJ, for the bits. Appreciate that also. Thank you for the bits, Peach Wellington. Yes, this was good. Good for us today. Chat. He's back here. So hold on, bring you back here. All right, so you're back there, William, right? Thank you, Studio Chatter, for that follow. Okay, so who is going to be sold? Just so the audience knows, the two people, William and the young lady he picks, both get a $35 gift card to Grubhub. They're going to go on a virtual date. We're going to ask them to come back on the show in the upcoming weeks to tell us how the virtual date went. The two other contestants will get a Starbucks gift card also. So we get you to come back and tell us. All right. So once William picks who he wants, we're going to meet the two ladies he didn't pick first, and then we're going to bring on the next people. Uh-oh, we got a hype train started too. Thank you.
Oh my
Jim.
God.
Yes, Jim. What sides would you want for that? We got collard greens, plantains, corn on the top, mac and cheese, jerk chicken. Let us know what you want. Jerk rice, excuse me. The chicken is the main piece. So awesome there. Greta Lady G, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits. 78% level 2. Dance Forever, thank you for those bits. Let's see here. We'll go through this hype train at the same time. Starbucks. Oh, Neil Jackson, if you want to be the sponsor, holler at me. If you want to sponsor some coffee for the second and third place winners, let me know. How do I say that? Aisha, thank you. Miss JUK, thank you for those bits. Jenna, thank you for the sub. Throw up some of your new emotes. We might have to get a Twitch dating game emote now. Also, Ninth Sage, what's going on? All right, we're gonna let's do this hype train. DJ Chanel B, thank you for this. We're gonna tell us who you picked. Who's your choice, and then we're gonna keep it going.
Wait, who my choice is?
Yes,
Can I get? I have my choice. My choice is locked in. Okay. I'm curious on what the poll gave me.
Poll said MC. MC was the winner, and the number 2 was contestant number 1.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
I'm going contestant number 1.
Contestant number 1 is what? Okay, good. So, what we're going to do first is congratulations, contestant number 1. We're going to bring out LDPS first, and when you're in the green room, you can put your camera on now. I can see you in the green room. So LDPS, put your camera on, and then I'll bring you on. And then, okay, you can unmute. So hold on, we're going to bring LDPS here. I'm going to unmute you. All right, so LDPS, welcome.
Hello.
So, oh, wow.
So that's LDPS. Tell us a little something about you and what's the best quality you have to offer to a young man.
Well, I do like him young. So I would say younger. I would say the best quality I have to offer a younger man is, I would say honesty and consistency, and I'm fun.
All right. Thank you. So thank you very much for appearing on the show. I know you were a little nervous, so I really appreciate that.
Of course, it was fun.
We'll see you soon, and I'll get your information. And I think Neil's going to buy you some coffee. So amazing. So thank you again. See you soon. All right. Next up, we have MC, because you picked contestant number 1. So MC, if you activate your camera, and then I'll unmute, and I'll bring you on as well. Oh, we got some cougars in the house. They call, you know what they call cougars, male cougars, manthers. I've never heard that before. They call it.
I never heard that.
What's a manther?
I think you need to keep that one in the queue for right now.
All right, so MC, you're here. We're gonna meet you next. So hold on. All right. So MC, hello there. William, meet MC. So
what up, MC?
MC, you can share with us a little about yourself and what are some of your best characteristics when it comes to dating.
Okay, so I am Ms. MC. My username is Miss Prestigious for those who are supporting me in the chat today. So hey y'all. Characteristics that I bring to relationships. So I am very passionate and I'm very cultured. So that's why I mentioned a lot of the world traveled and the geography. And then most definitely I bring that self-love. So when you love yourself first, everything else will fall into place.
I love that.
All right. Thank you very much for having the courage to be a participant. I appreciate that. And I'll be in touch. Take care.
Thank you.
All right. So let's finish this hype train off before we have the review here. So we're 2 minutes in, level 3, 9% here. Thank you, NYC Dope for the bits. Let's see who else gave us. Lawanda Basketball, thank you for the bits. Miss Tiff Star, thank you for the bits. Who else? Who else is here? So we'll do that. So, okay. Let me see here. Let's see. Oh, Jay Hennis, thank you for that 5-stack, 500 bits. Thank you very much. Let's see, at 33%, level 3. All right. So also, William, you're gonna get ready to DJ. Are you close to being ready to DJ also?
Yeah, like once we're done with this, I'll need like maybe 3-4 minutes. So, you know.
Good. Yeah, I'll hold the people. I'll hold the crowd for you.
Yeah.
And we'll rate you. So Metaspin, thank you for that gifted sub. Miss Tiff Star, throw up some emotes. DJ Dash, thank you for those bits. I don't know. Old like sugar daddy, Manther was just a crazy term I read about recently. TT, thank you for those bits. We got a minute left, 75% in this hype train. Thanks for all the gifted subs and everything. Oh, yeah, we got to figure out this little Twitch dating game mode. It might work. It might work here. Let's see here. Yes. Jenna, thank you for that. Gifted sub. Crazy Forms. I'm going to send you a whisper because 2 or 3 people have mentioned you as a potential candidate. No pressure. Rama Rich, thank you for those bits. Appreciate that. Maybe they'll connect afterwards. You know, they're all on Twitch. So yes. All right, what we got? Level 4 now. Thank you. 26%, 424. Yeah, we're going to keep going here. Thank you for those bits. There's a couple announcements. Mods, you can drop the Dream Team link. So my DJ brothers, we DJ LV, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Then we have DJ Brax at 5 p.m. Eastern. DJ Classics as well. She's at 1 p.m. Eastern. And then Jason Stadium at 7 p.m. Eastern, and I come on at 8 p.m. Eastern. We have trivia night on Friday. Trivia games. We're playing spades. So if you haven't whispered yet to play spades, we're playing spades on Friday live. We have a quick little mini tournament. Twin Spin, thank you for those bits. And I think I saw her in the crowd, but we have DJ Liv coming next week for Twitch U, and we also have what's my guy's name? Thinking. I'm gonna think of his name in a minute. He was just streaming a minute ago. Jenna, thank you for that sub. I think of who else we have next week for Twitch U. So where are we at? Level 4, 52%. Thank you all very much for coming out. So William, I do have to ask you, while we're going through this hype train, you can tell me when you first were approached. We talked about this on Neil Jackson's stream.
Yeah.
And your thoughts initially, now that you've been through it, what do you think? And first, just thank you for being the first contestant, because we're learning as we go. It turned out amazing. Tell us your thoughts and what do you think before you meet contestant 1?
Yeah, okay. So thoughts, I wasn't sure where this was going or how it was going to be set up, but I tell you, showing like the Wanda clip and everything just laid it all out perfectly. I wish you would have sent that to me in the email. I was kind of nervous because I really wasn't sure what the expectations were, how the flow was going to be. But I think that you actually ran like a great, Twitch dating show. This has been fun. All the contestants were phenomenal. Great answers. The chat has been going off. So that's really good. Going off of this morning when I was trying to get coached by the BRL team. Wow. I was asking for questions and they were asking me for answers, so they kind of put me in a little pigeonhole. But no, it was good. This is exciting. I love how it's bringing everyone together just to have a good time and just to, create a different experience on this platform that's fun, interactive, and gets people involved. So I think it's dope. I think this is really cool. I thought it was going to get nasty or a little more raunchy, but
no, we tried to keep it PG-13, a little touch of R, not too bad. We got kids watching.
When I saw the bow tie, I was like, all right, let's tone it down. Let's tone it down.
What would I? Well, first of all, thank you, Flossie, for the bits. Thank you, Alex, for the bits. 61%, a minute 35. What would I have to wear for you to be like, oh, it's going to be spicy? What would my outfit have to be?
I mean, maybe the shirt a little bit unbuttoned, so like, yo, you can let all the smoke out. You could have had the bow tie like untied, like you're midway through the night. You're just like, yo, I'm just trying to get loose. But no, it was good. Like you did it well. This is great. I'm glad to be part of the first one. The follow up that we do. Hopefully this
right. So
this date goes well.
Yes,
Whether it goes well or doesn't.
Yes.
Virtually, you're gonna get great content on the follow up.
Yes, thank you, Metaspin, for gifting that sub to my neighbor Diva929. We're at 83%, 48 seconds left. Yeah, so the virtual date. So please, continue to be safe and COVID-friendly dates. So virtual, Zoom, whatever. We want to invite you both back to see what you thought, what your expectations were, and go for that. Neil Jackson says, "Best shirt." Oh my gosh, I do have a vest, but I don't know about no shirt. I can do some push-ups or something. I can do some push-ups. So yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Booms. Thank you for the bits. Okay, cool. Everyone's waiting for the review.
Yo, there's a lot of viewers in here, man.
It is. It's amazing.
Yeah. This is incredible.
We didn't know what to expect. I was telling all my mods before that I was a little nervous. Okay, beforehand. All right, cool. So we're good. Thank you for that hype train. Amazing work. Thank you for the bits and the subs. Contestant 1, you can come off the put your camera on, come off mute. We'll let you meet your current new virtual date. Okay, your camera's got to come on. There we go. Okay. So here you are. So contestant number 1, meet William Lifestyle.
Contestant number 1.
Say hello.
Salute.
Hi. Hello.
What's going on? How are you?
I'm okay. This is a very interesting experience, but thanks for picking me.
No, of course. Thanks for partaking. Thanks for the great illustrious answers. And look, we have a virtual date coming up.
Virtual date, yes.
We got a virtual date.
All right. So I will let you all I'll get you your emails and you can exchange everything and we'll go from there. We're gonna wait 3 minutes, so I'm gonna let William go and set up and I'll leave contestant 1 here. She can tell us what she thought about the experience. And so William, I'm gonna let you go set up. Thank you very much. We're gonna raid you, so let us know. We're gonna look to make sure when you go online and
all right.
We'll see you soon.
Yo, Amani, thank you so much for this experience. It's been fun. It's been real. Till next time.
Got it. Cool. All right. So thank you very much for participating. Appreciate that. Any thoughts on your experience?
Oh, so many thoughts. So many thoughts.
Yeah, well, share. You can share one with us, share 2, whatever you want.
Well, I'm honored to be chosen, and my other contestants seem like really interesting, cool ass women. So, can I say ass? Ooh.
You already did. Don't worry. Yes. So keep going. Hold on. I gotta turn off some things here. Hold on. Go ahead.
So I feel like I'm in good company, and it's an interesting experiment. I personally adore Damona Hoffman, and and I also really like that we're both mixed, and I feel like we're both Black and Jewish too. So it's kind of an added bonus that that she was involved here, because I listened to her podcast and I'm a big fan of hers. Yeah. Okay. But I think that this person, I had no idea what to expect. I was trying to ask you about them beforehand. You're like, no, I can't tell you.
Right. Yeah.
But I think, there were some interesting things that came to light through this whole process. So
the audience wants to know who you are. So you can tell them your Peach, or tell them your name so they know who you are.
Peach Wellington. On Twitch, I'm Peach Wellington Music. That's also true for my Instagram.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I think that is actually kind of interesting when you think of a DJ.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, thank you for being a contestant. I'm going to let you kind of continue. We'll connect you and William, and just thank you again.
Yeah, and I'll be seeing you to tell you, you know.
Yeah, in a couple weeks. So we'll have the next show in a couple weeks, and we'll get you back to tell us about your virtual date. So yeah.
Well, thank you for having me.
Welcome. You're welcome, for sure. All right, you all. So we're going to wait here for William to get on. That was fun, wasn't it? We had a good time. That was good. That was fun. So let me see here. Lorraine Drops, that was LDPS. So Lorraine Drops, that's who that was, LDPS. So that was that's her right there. You're welcome, Lorraine. That was good. And then Miss Prestigious was the other candidate as well. So if you are interested in being a candidate, just apply. I need more men. I need more ladies. We're going to be back in 2 weeks. I think maybe in 2 weeks, we might be able to do 2, like a set of guys and then a set of ladies. Like a lady will interview 3 guys and a guy will interview 3 ladies. Also, next time, hold on. Let me see here. My little thing. I'm going to shut this down for a minute. My computer's giving me a little bit of problem here. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so there. So hold on for a minute here. So hold on. So hold on. Let's see here. I don't know what's going on. We're gonna close this down. There. Okay, wait for the raid. Hold on. So let's see here. Cam, mic, always virtual, FaceTime, built-in camera. Yeah. Okay, so a little technical difficulties there. But next time, someone asked about the next guest. So it might be Damona, but also I have a matchmaker who's based out of Florida. Her name is Christina Morara. If you ever watched Chelsea Handler's Netflix special, she was Chelsea Handler's matchmaker. So I'm gonna try to get her to come on to be our next celebrity host also. And yeah, we'll do that. So that's what we're gonna do. The playback. When's the playback? It's gonna. There's no music that was used illegally, so it'll be up on my channel. And we're gonna see when William pops on. Any questions? Let me know. Let's see here. This was hella fun. Hold on for a minute. I know I had to get dressed up. You know, we're going to do a dating show. I have to come correct. I wonder what I'll wear next time. Neil wants me to wear a vest and no shirt also. Okay. Let that go. OBS kind of freaked out on me. So let's see when William goes on. My computer's acting a little funny. Thank you, Metaspin. Thank you for tuning in. Quasi, thank you very much for the raid. Crizzy, holler at me. This was fun. 2 weeks. I got 2 weeks to prepare. Crizzy, I'm going to send you a message. Anyone else? Okay, we're still waiting for William. Thank you, Neil Jackson, for helping out William with the questions. Great questions he asked. Those are some dope questions. Also, that was great. Oh my goodness. That was great. So someone let me know. Yes, follow. That's what this has been asked as well. Well, wait. I'm like the backup contestant, J-Fam. If one of the guys falls through, then I have to jump in and be a contestant. So we got to save me for the backup. Thank you, Neil Jackson. He says it's way better than it though. Oh, yes. Thank you, everyone. I know. We'll see when I'm the backup though. But yes. So thanks to all the contestants. Oh my goodness. So hold on for a minute here. Did William go live yet? Someone let me know when William goes live. Okay, so let me see here. You asked a question. Yes. So I'm going to do women as well. That's a good question, Meta. I want to do a couple things. So I want to do when there's women interviewing 3 guys, I want to do women interviewing 3 women, guys interviewing 3 guys. So I want to cover everyone's preferences. So please, if you know people or have people to recommend, let me know, because, you know, we are equal opportunity. We want to do it. So he's on. He came on. All right. I keep laughing because William's on. Okay, because those Living Color clips just had me dying, and I just can't stop laughing. Okay, thank y'all very much for the support. I'm going to play the outro, and then we're going to go on a raid. I will see you all Friday. Whisper me if you want to be a contestant. And let's see here. Thanks again, Quasi, for doing this voiceover. Where's my little thing here? All right, we're going to go on a raid.
Thank you for tuning in to the Twitch Dating Game. Please join us for our next show. If you are interested in becoming a contestant in the future, please send a whisper on Twitch to Amani Experience. Stay safe and never stop believing in love.